TIFU by finding out my best friend is dating my ex.
So I, 23M, had a 7-year relationship that ended a couple of months ago.
The main reason was that we both needed space for self-development, or at least that's what I thought. After months of trying to get my life together, I finally did, and then this happened. A bit of context: I live in the Netherlands, and my best friend is from Norway.
I met him 10 years ago while playing Counter-Strike. He truly is my best friend, and we meet up multiple times a year. He and my then girlfriend really hit it off, but I was fine with that because it was all based on friendship. Earlier this year, I started feeling suspicious since we were already going to break up at that point. We decided to handle it like adults and remain friends because it was still about needing space. Fast forward to last week. To handle my stress, I have been going to raves almost every week and enjoy using the occasional drug. I planned to take a bunch of MDMA last weekend and had been thinking about it for a while. Typically, I go alone to different cities, sticking with alcohol and weed, but since this rave was in my city, I wanted to go hard. Last Thursday, I noticed my friend hadn't been online for a week. I messaged him, "Yo, what's up? Where are you?" He replied, "Yeah, you're not going to like this." At that moment, I already knew enough because I saw this coming from miles away, but I was moving on with my life. After some name-calling, I was mostly upset that my best friend had been in my city for a week without saying anything, especially since I don't see him much. Despite my mind resisting the emotional link of what was happening, I still wanted to see him and hang out. In my stupidity, I asked if he wanted to come with me to a rave. He agreed, and I felt fine because I had been moving on. But then I started thinking and feeling alone and disrespected by them. I don't blame him for trying. He's a nice guy, but he doesn't have the looks or confidence to easily get a girlfriend. Still, I was emotionally hurt. So, I smoked a lot of weed and drank excessively, leading to a little psychosis. After a night of walking around drunk and high, losing my mind, I decided maybe I shouldn't take MDMA that weekend as my mental state wasn't right. I invited my friend over to talk things out, and we did. I'm not angry at him, I just hate my ex now, especially after finding out she cheated on me with him while we were still together, not the first time, by the way. It's hard to process after being loyal to her for 7 years. Now here comes the major mistake. I was mentally stressed about the whole situation and wanted to go out and do drugs. I went out and got cocaine, a drug I rarely use. I didn't care, I just wanted to escape. So I met up with them while already drunk, and we started chilling with drinks. I was feeling good. I thought it was just part of life, so I did some coke in the restroom before we left. When we arrived at the rave, my ex asked what drugs I had and if she could have some. Feeling bold, I decided to share and took some MDMA too. At that moment, I was drunk, high on weed, cocaine, and MDMA all at once, and it turned out to be a great time. I usually don't do drugs at raves since I don't need them, but this time was different. At 4 a.m., I crashed. The drugs were wearing off, the MDMA come-down started, and I was drenched in sweat from dancing all night. Seeing my ex make out with my best friend made it worse. I felt terrible mentally and physically because of all the negative emotions hitting me. We decided to wrap things up and get me home. While walking outside, I suggested cycling home, but they insisted on getting me a taxi. During the walk, I was collapsing, feeling mentally bad, but physically aware. I was glad they were there, even though they were a big reason I was feeling this way. At the station, I became angry at my ex. I hadn't been angry at her for months since we ended things on good terms, but it turned out she was a lying, manipulative person. I said I never wanted to see her again and started crying, ranting about my depressing feelings and how much I hated my life. They both understood and supported me, which I do appreciate. Eventually, the taxi arrived, and I got home. When I returned, I did more drugs and eventually went to bed. When I woke up on Sunday, I felt terrible. It was the hangover of my life. Mentally and emotionally, I was destroyed. But I'm glad I did what I did because I had a good time on MDMA. I faced my issues, and maybe the best way to handle them is to fall on my face and get back up again. It's Monday now, and I've cut all ties with my ex. I hope I never see her again.
I understand they are free to do what they want, and I'm open about my feelings to process it, but it's a really messed up situation. Our mutual friends are all furious with them. They think it's low of him to move on so quickly and not even ask how I might feel about this.
If you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button and comment down below your thoughts. Also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos like this.